Yo, this is Regal with Trash Panda Politics. Today I want to talk about a highly debated topic within the world today regarding the expansion of the world's largest military alliance, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, better known as NATO. Now, I'm not necessarily trying to convince anybody that they should or should not support NATO expansion. You can make your own mind up regarding that. However, I have seen many people who do not understand the limitation of NATO's potential expansion speak about it, and I think it is rather annoying. I know that some may be wondering whether I'll be taking former President and current presidential candidate Donald Trump's comments regarding the US withdrawing from NATO. However, I won't, because I believe that it honestly kind of deserves its own video in and of itself. So with that in mind, I will not be taking that into consideration in this video, and I also will not be including micronations because honestly, I really don't like them, and I don't really see any reason why they should join or who it would be beneficial for in the alliance. I mean, maybe outside of Malta, but with that being said, let's get into this. So initially, NATO began with 12 nations belonging to the alliance, and at the making of this video, the alliance currently stands with a total of 31 nations, and with Sweden's membership only being held up by Hungary at the moment. It's very likely soon to be at 32. Many people are concerned with the further enlargement of NATO, but how much larger could it actually get? While Article 5 is well known to many, it would seem that Article 10 of the North Atlantic Treaty is much less well known, which would only allow the inclusion of other European states to the alliance. Now, as many would know, both the United States and Canada belong to the alliance. However, this is merely due to each country being a founding member of the initial alliance. And with Denmark also being a founding member while also being in control of Greenland is how North American countries had become a part of NATO. So with all of that in mind, unless there is some agreed upon change to the North Atlantic Treaty, the potential expansion of NATO is quite limited compared to what many who partake in the discourse seem to indicate. As I said before, Sweden is merely waiting on Hungary to give them the green light right now, although the leader of Hungary, Viktor Orban, has pretty much been a pain in the ass for everybody who has to deal with them, but I do believe it will be only a matter of time. So who else can even potentially join? While it does depend on which countries you actually recognize, to my mind, aside from Sweden, there's Ukraine, Georgia, Cyprus, Serbia, Ireland, Kosovo, Austria, Switzerland, Moldova, Belarus, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Armenia, Azerbaijan, and even technically Russia, for a total of
Number 15, Burger King foot lettuce.
Potential new members as things currently stand. But being more realistic, I don't see much of a chance under the current regimes in Russia and Belarus of those nations choosing to join. I mean, yeah, things could change, but that remains to be seen. The current conflict in Ukraine is obviously what's holding them back from joining, while territorial disputes and occupation of lands are what keep Georgia, Serbia, Kosovo, Moldova, Cyprus, and Bosnia and Herzegovina currently unable to join the alliance, even if they wanted to. Which I'm pretty sure some of them want to. So after all of that, that leaves Sweden, who's currently in the process of joining as we speak. Austria, Switzerland, and Ireland left as potential candidates to join. The last three all neutral nations that, at least as it currently stands, have no desire to join NATO. And with all that being said, the only nation that wishes to join NATO, and actually can, is Sweden, which by the time you're seeing this video very likely may have already happened. NATO expansion is actually incredibly contained, regardless of what anyone may or may not have said. It cannot physically expand further into anywhere outside of Europe without major changes to the alliance's doctrine. Whether you support NATO expansion or not, it's not nearly as big of a deal as it's made out to be. It's basically what I'm getting at, so please stop crying about it. It's really not that big of a deal. This has been Regal with Trash Panda Politics, signing out.